Hello. Hello, hello. Um, I forgot to even talk about the 1212 portal yesterday while I was live. What a dick. Um, Hold on, I'm trying to adjust the settings. Why isn't it working? Oh, there we go. All right, and I want to burn sage. I want to burn some sage. Clear the fucking energy out. I'll wait till a couple people come in before I start talking about stuff. For anyone that's catching the replay, I'm gonna wait till people are actually here. Yeah, when I burn sage, I don't light up the whole stick. I burn little pieces. Throw them in my little cauldron. Hello to whoever is here. Oh. It's weird how just like, lighting up the sage, it's just feels good. Feels good. It's like I don't always burn it, and it's when I do burn it, I'm like, oh man, it does have a powerful effect. I don't think people realize what it does. Clearing fucking space. All right, I'm gonna pull cards, but I kind of wanna. I feel like I want to talk about the 1212 portal was yesterday, and then today is Friday the 13th. Hello, Salmon and Pravin. Hi. Came to New Jersey. What's up, B-Love? All right, so thank you, author. So yesterday was the 1212 portal, and I was live yesterday. I didn't even mention it. Sometimes I forget. I'm like, what are these portals even for? I fucking forget. The 1111 portal is it's the energetic new year. You know how like normally January 1st we celebrate New Year's. Well, technically we should be celebrating it on 1111, and we should be setting our intentions for what we want within the next year, a new cycle, new beginnings. And then the 1212 portal is when we really need to start solidifying what those intentions are and actually start taking action on them, start actually manifesting it into physical reality. It starts within the imagination, and then we're supposed to start bringing it into reality. um Things take time. Don't fucking rush shit. Don't rush things. um Things happen in like divine timing. People don't realize that. People try to push forward and push forward and push forward even when there's resistance, and they still keep trying to plow through it. But like, yes, sometimes that energy is needed, but a lot of the times like we're supposed to just allow ourselves to be guided. Oh god. All right, so I'm gonna tell you guys a story of how we should try and be the leaf. I was I'm a pothead for the most part, so it could have just been a pothead thought, or it was a spiritual thought. But I was outside one day and I was smoking, and I saw a leaf falling. It was right when the leaves started to fall, right at the beginning of autumn. So there wasn't other leaves falling. I just saw just the one, and the way it fell, like it was so crazy the way all of a sudden it went into slow motion for me. It's like I focused in on this leaf, and it's like it slowed down, but the way it was just like being like gently guided by the wind, by the universe, I was just like, wow, I want to learn how to be more like that leaf, just just go with it and allow the universe to guide me where I need to go. Like, set intentions with what I want and start working towards it, but then allow the universe to guide me on that journey. We put like a set expectation in our head when we're trying to set intentions. We're like, all right, I want this, and I want this to be the outcome, and this is how I'm going to go about doing it. Forget about the fucking how. Like, just know what you want and have an idea of how you're supposed to work towards it, but don't don't hold on so tightly to, I can't get there unless I'm doing it this way, because the universe, God, source, whatever, you believe in as a higher power, it's going to guide you. It knows better than we do. It sees from a higher perspective than we do. We sometimes perceive a roadblock as something bad, but it's actually trying to redirect us in a direction that will get us to our manifestation faster. We have to wake the fuck up, pay attention, and start looking at the signs because they're everywhere. Um, all right, so 11:11 portal, you set the intentions. 12:12 portal, which was yesterday, we start putting those plans into motion. Um, but also, like, surrender to the fact that the universe knows better than we do. So if we start heading in a direction and we start feeling like too much of a resistance, like it's not going to let us move forward, it's trying to redirect us. Um, and also, today's Friday the 13th, and I know there's like a negative connotation, like there's superstitions with Friday the 13th as it's negative. Um, and when I was thinking about that before I came on, I was thinking about how, all right, well, if we're supposed to start putting our plans into motion, and then on the 12:12 portal, and then Friday the 13th is the following day, and that can be bad. I take that as we're putting our plans into motion, do it while releasing the negative, releasing, the idea of, well, it might not work out for me, or if it doesn't work this way, I don't want to do it. Also releasing the baggage of the past, because if we're dragging the past around with us, we're going to keep recreating the past in the future, and then our present is the constant fucking past, which can be fucking miserable if our past is shit. um all right, let me see who's on here. I don't see any blue names, so none of my moderators are here, which kind of stinks, because they can usually weed out some of the trolls. Because for me, those of you that haven't seen me before, I like to read every fucking comment. And that, like, I've literally stayed on for 8 hours one night talking to people and making sure I didn't miss not one comment. I don't have that kind of time today. So I'm gonna skim through the comments, and you know, if I miss yours, I'm sorry. Um, Las Vegas is watching. Hey, Corey from Las Vegas. Thank you for joining. Um, thank you, Sergio. God bless you too, Onyx. This is a joke, right? No, it's serious. It's very serious. But I mean, if it's a joke to you, then we live in two different realities, and that's fine. That's fine. I hope that everyone is doing well and having a great month so far. Thank you, Unlocking Paradoxes. I love unlocking paradoxes. That's awesome. Imposter says, wow. Pippo says, guided by my farts. Oh my God, I was on Facebook earlier and I was watching reels, how to, like, you get like hypnotized and you mean to just watch one and then you watch like 10. There was a guy breaking down how to catch a fucking fart in a jar in the tub. Like, he was even writing it down on the wall, explaining like the science of it, and it it was weird. It's like, this is what people do in their free time. They're like, I'm gonna educate people on how to catch a fart in a jar. Oh man. Um, the sativa was hitting your bloodstream when the leaf was falling. Yeah. But it's like thoughts like that. Yeah, it's a stoner thought, but it's also, it's kind of, I mean, if you can think in that way, it's kind of like, wow, I just got a message from the universe. Like, bitch, let me guide you. Like, you're falling, but I'm catching you and I'm gonna guide you. Not everyone can talk to the universe. I mean, I talked to Jesus the other day. No, like legitimately, like talk to him. Like other people are over here like trying to pray to him. I actually talk to him. We all have the capability to do that. We can talk to whatever fucking being we want. Whatever being we want. Actually, I mean, we shouldn't talk to whatever being we want because there are some that they want to feed off your energy. So, got to be careful with the spiritual realm. Oh, thank you. Is it? I want to say Causer. I'm sorry. You said you subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much. Uh, mhm. See from a third eye. Yeah, most people's third eyes are. I was gonna say closed, but then I heard their butthole. Most people's third eyes are their butthole, and they're full of shit. Um, but for people that want their third eye cleared out, open, and activated, you have to pay attention to the things that you listen to, the things that you watch, because it all fills it in. You watch TV, you watch the news, the media fucking programs a lot of people through the third eye, through what they're hearing, through what they're seeing. Um, you know, uh, Turn the fucking news off. If anyone's watching the news, turn it off. The fuck. I see so many people just like always like so stressed out because they were watching the news. Turn it the fuck off and enjoy your life. We don't know how long we're going to be here in this lifetime. Yes, we do reincarnate and we come back, but not as the same person. We have to start all over again. So while you're in this lifetime, enjoy it. If you're not enjoying it, then it's time to fucking heal. It's time to make new decisions. It's time to head in a new direction. If we're feeling miserable, that's the universe saying, hey, you need something new. Your soul is longing for more. Why not have it? Why not allow ourselves to have it? Because we're fucking wounded and we don't think we can have it or we don't think we deserve it. Um, um, like your name is Fart Chart on YouTube, but I like that you're singing Ace of Base. I saw the sign. It opened up my eyes. Saw the sign. Life is demanding without understanding. It is. It is. Um, Sometimes we need to accept that we don't understand. And for me to say that, like, I'm the kind of person that's like, I want to understand everything. Like, I need to know. I need to know everything about anything. I'll drive myself insane diving down a million different rabbit holes. But, one thing that I have learned in life is sometimes you just have to not know. We all know what we need to know at the right time when we're ready to know it. If there's something you want to know and you don't know it yet, it's because you're not supposed to know it yet. Um, Even things that we do know or understand in the future, we may know and understand it on a deeper level in a completely different way. Um, like when I started studying like astrology and I was like looking into stuff in my own natal chart, um, there were things that I like read when I was first learning it, and then like a year later I would reread the same thing and I would understand it completely differently and on a completely like deeper level than I did before. And I'm like, wow, I can't believe I didn't see that before, but I see it now in time when it's time. Mm. Oh, Katie, you're here. Hello. Hello, hello. Grand Rising. Hello, main source 007. Jake Young, you're new here. Hello, Jake. How are you? Do you smoke weed? Yes, I do. I take breaks sometimes. You have to pull back out of it. If you're finding yourself doing something every day, all day, it's like, oh shit, I should take a break from this because it's not it's not recreational, medicinal, or spiritual. It is me self-medicating if I'm smoking every day, all day. So we have to pay attention to the things that we're doing. Um, I mean, I'm glad of all the drugs that I ended up addicted to, it was weed and not something else. I'm grateful for that, but it can be a problem itself, you know. Mm-hmm. I still gotta take this red off my nails. It's annoying me. It's dumb monkey planet, basically. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not easy being a human. It's a fucked up reality. It's a heavy one. Uh, you look like The Rock. I look like The Rock. I know I don't, but that's hysterical. Um, Brenna, are you still here? Because I'll get into my whole Jesus thing if you want. Um, my channel's not a religious channel, and some people come in here and mistake it for that. So we end up talking about religion and beliefs and stuff a lot. So yeah, I had to have a conversation with Jesus because I'm like, yo, Jesus, like, what's the deal? Because I feel like there's a lot of misconceptions here. uh, Emily, hi, how are you? I remember you. Yeah, it has been so long. You were here one night when I was in my car recording, live streaming, not recording. Is it still considered recording when it's live streaming? I guess it is, because you can replay it after, right? I don't know. That was just me thinking out loud. It's like, do I sound like an idiot right now? Bro said I talked to Jesus yesterday. Dude, it's so funny. I was cracking up laughing when I call my best friend to tell her. I'm like, I know this sounds absolutely insane. I can't even believe I do the stuff that I do because years ago, if you told me I would be talking to like spirits and guides and doing weird shit, I would have been like, I'm not gonna do that. That's weird. People can't do that. And now I do. Life's crazy. Uh, uh, I'm hearing the theme song from fucking Super Mario Brothers again. One of my live streams recently, I kept hearing it. And then even when I was going, like, I don't even realize that I'm doing that tune. Then I was like, wait, I'm doing that tune again. Shit, I wish the tablet was charged, but I ended up looking up Super Mario Brothers Symbolism the other day because of that, and I feel like that was a message for people. And it was talking about how Mario, as a hero, he's open to going on adventures. Um, what else was it? Oh yeah, I also found it funny because I always, you see the mushrooms in Mario. I never like interpreted it as magical mushrooms, but they said they needed something to help them or something like that, so they chose magical mushrooms. If you guys know what magical mushrooms are. Um, what else was it? Oh yeah, and then recently we also had The Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz. Especially because my nail polish reminded me of Dorothy's ruby slippers. You know, and they're following the yellow brick road. It's the path to enlightenment. What do they find at the end of the road? That this big, powerful wizard that they thought was like almighty and they looked at like he was a fucking god was just a little man behind a curtain and he wasn't what they thought he was. In reality, they all had the power within themselves the whole time. You know, like the lion, he always had courage. He just didn't fucking know it. Um, the scarecrow always had a brain. He just didn't fucking know it. Tin Man always had a heart. He just didn't fucking realize it. And Dorothy always had the power to go home. She just had to wake up. I mean, yeah, she had to click her ruby slippers together and say there's no place like home. But when she gets home, what is she doing? She's waking up. Um, so yeah, there's messages everywhere in everything. Literally everything. You just have to have the open mind to be able to see it, the open ears to be able to hear it. Mm, damn, you speak the truth. You're on the same wavelength as me. Good, I'm glad, Jake, you know, because there's not, you know, I'm like in this world and I'm like, wow, there's like nobody here that sees what I see. um, and you know how they say, like, if you build it, they will come. I kept thinking that when I was starting the YouTube channel, and it's like, see, if you build it, they will come. My people are coming to me, you know. And then we can all connect with each other here, and not feel so fucking crazy and misfit in the world. People are always like, what's the misfit spirit? It's like, I feel like kind of explains itself, but, you know. How long will I live? I'm 29. That's up to you. That is up to you. This physical reality is it's a projected reality. It's oh man. I mean, I don't know how many of you are into the it's a simulation, you know, where we're not our physical bodies. We're energy. And we project our energy into the physical reality, into these physical bodies, so we can live out a life. So we can learn and feel and, you know, like Mario, be open to an adventure and fucking explore. Um, like the Wizard of Oz, Path to Enlightenment, follow the yellow brick road. You know, there's a lot of twists, there's a lot of turns. You never know what's gonna come, but it's all heading to the same place. What do you call a cow with no legs? I don't know. Uh, I don't understand, but the higher power does. Yeah, exactly. Um, and that higher power is within us, you know, so it's like we do understand, we just don't remember. Knowledge is key. Knowledge unlocks things. That's why it's like, even just coming on here, I might say just one fucking sentence that might unlock something for you, or someone in the chat might say something and it's like, oh wow, you know, that kind of puts things into perspective for me. um, Perception is reality, so how we perceive things creates our world around us. Emily, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. I had to do the emoji with it because she put it. So, uh, Emma, do you want to be a moderator? So when you're in here, if somebody's like being disrespectful, you can like delete their comments, and you know if they keep being disrespectful, you can time them out. This is only Emily's second time in here, but I just get really good vibes off her energy. I'm kind of picky when it comes to my moderators. Like somebody will come in the first time and be like, "Can I moderate for you?" And I'm like, "I don't know you." I have trust issues. Working on it. Uh, is it true that the Libra is the only zodiac sign that isn't alive, or is there more meaning to that? Well, Libra, it's the only zodiac sign that isn't like an animal or some kind of being, right? You know, it's the scales. Um, it's balance, balance. Huh. Yeah, I never heard that it isn't alive, but I've heard, you know, it's an inanimate object. Excuse me, I'm burping in the live. You know, when I first started live streaming, I used to burp a lot. Somebody was like, maybe it's your nerves. I'm like, I've never burped because of nerves before. That would be weird. Maybe it was because of nerves. I don't know. Hmm. Before I snapped my Achilles tendon, I had a dream. I woke up and saw some Buddhist symbol. The following day, I got injured. Since then, my eyes are open. Yeah, you know, I've seen some like weird shit like in meditation where I'm then like I Google after I'm like, that's a real thing? Like, holy shit. So I'm not crazy. I am tapping into, I'm like psychic. You know, I some people have like these gifts their whole lives, so like it's nothing new to them. Me, I feel like I've had them my whole life, but I didn't realize it because you know people tell you like things aren't real, so then you're like, yeah, that's not real. Then you realize that they're just fucking blind. I've done everything except Molly, Trank, and bath salts. I mean, there's a lot of things I haven't done. I definitely have never done bath salts. I haven't done Molly, but you know, back in my day, it was just ecstasy. But now Molly's different, I guess. It's like ecstasy, but is it like more pure? I don't know. I'm not sure. I wouldn't do it anyways. I'm comfortable with just putting weed and the occasional alcohol in my body. Other drugs, mm, mm, just a lot of dark and like negative entities that come in. It's like when you do drugs, you open up a portal, and you know then things can come in and attach and feed off of you. Um, that's why it's like I even try to not drink alcohol as often because alcohol is like a big one, you know. I appreciate it. Found her a while ago when I have been trying to catch a live. Yeah, I'm gonna do my best to be live as frequently as possible. Sandeep, I'm good. How are you? I'm great. And yes, ma'am, I was. I'm the exact same way. I talk to myself all the time. It's a sign of being genius. Yeah, I mean, you know, because it's hard to talk to other humans when you're a genius. They don't understand. It's like you understand, but they don't understand. So then it's like, better off just talking to myself. All right, humanity, we got to step it up because when a lot of people are getting more out of a conversation with themselves, that's, well, on one hand, it's good, but on the other hand, that's bad. My name is Lindsay. Oh, of course I remember you. Emily. Did anyone ever see the House Bunny when Anna Faris is like saying their names and she does it like this? Emily. And they're like, that's weird. She's like, oh, it helps me remember. Uh, oh, man. Um, I only have one bowl pack left and I'm saving it for later. So, because Neil said, hey, Misfit, let's rip a bowl this early in the morning together. I'm doing it in spirit. So, rip away, bro. Those are normal and natural mushies, baby girl. uh, yeah, Neil, light it up, bud. You're among friends. uh, um, are the Mario ones? Sometimes I wonder if I exist. What does that mean? What do you mean? No disrespect intended. None taken. I don't know how far behind I am on, on the comments. Unlocking your normal. Means you're existing, lol. We talking about mushrooms? I have a couple ounces. Well, I don't. I was reading someone's comment. People are gonna be like, whoa, she's got a lot of shrooms over there. No, I don't. Um, um, I think Trump needs shrooms. All politicians. Yeah, they probably do. They could benefit from it. He's having an emotional response to something he's seeing or thinking about when he has that thought. The hardest part is making the connection. Wait, who? Shit. Was it something I was saying or was it something that you read? I'm sorry guys for when I don't know what's being said when sometimes. So I'm like, shit, I don't know what. I don't know. Your microphone is really low. Am I really low for everyone? Do I need I'll talk louder. Sorry if that's too loud for some. Um Oh, am I caught up with the comments? No, I'm not. Am I? No way. Sometimes the comments freeze up and then I'll think nobody's commenting. Oh yeah, see the comments froze up after a certain point. Um, oh boy. Where was I? Yeah, see, I don't even know where it was. I don't even know. When I just said it like that, all of a sudden that song, who sings that? I don't wanna know. If you're playing me, keep it on the low. Uh, that song's just kind of sad now. Oh man. Oh, that sucks. Oh, because I'm thinking about like people that are in situations like that where it's like you know someone's cheating, but it's like you'd rather just not know because once you know you have to end it. Oh man, now it just keeps playing in my head. Oh man, I'm glad I'm not attached to anyone right now because I hate that feeling. Oh man, if anyone watching is in that situation right now, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That shit sucks. Hello, sometimes it's the simple things that we overlook, and I fought to find my purpose, but in the Matrix, we're on a pre planned path from the universe. We love you in South Africa. Thank you. Emily said, David, great point, but it's not letting me scroll up to see what David said. The fuck? When I reset the comments, it's only letting me go so far up now. Stupid YouTube. Um, oops, shit. Nope. I almost deleted something. I need some. LOL. What, weed? Objective and subjective reality. Yeah, we all need to learn how to be more objective, be the observer, you know? When we get too caught up in the physical reality, we have to like pull back and be more of the observer, not just of the world around us, but of ourselves. Observe what it is that we're feeling, observe what it is that we're thinking, because there's a difference between being like in your thoughts and observing your thoughts. There's a difference between being in your emotions and observing your emotions. I'm a psychologist, thought I'd stick around and watch a bit. Oh, thank you, David. Oh, so you're a psychologist. So what you said earlier that Emily was saying, David, great point, and I didn't even get to see the comment because it's not showing me now. I'm gonna look at it later. I can go into to the live later and see, but I'm curious. Um, Objective reality doesn't exist. Well, yeah, because most people are living in the subjective reality. um, all right. Are you talking about being a moderator? Um, You said I love you so much, LOL. Absolutely. I'm definitely interested. I'm assuming, Emily, that you're talking about being a moderator. It's funny because I keep wanting to say Emma Lee instead of Emily. I keep wanting to say like it's two separate names, but the way it's written out, I'm like, no, I feel like, or is it Emily Marie? Is your middle name Lee Marie? So it's Emma Lee Marie? Or is your name Emily? And it's just a different way of spelling Emily? I don't know. I don't know, but I want to know. I want to know your name, girl. You're so old, your memory is in black and white. Yeah, I guess so. Shit. Um, you're so old, you owe Moses some money. Nah, Moses owes me some money. He better pay up. Hey dear. Hey Sabrina. How are you? You're so old, you watch Netflix on stone tablets. Uh, they call that Tabflix instead of Netflix. I'm tired of religion and tired of division. And finally, we got Hope, whose name is Jesus, changed my life. And he doesn't need perfect people. He just wants average, ordinary, broken people like us. Yeah, no, he doesn't want perfect people. And a lot of the religious people are like, no, we need to be perfect and never make a fucking mistake. And if we do, we need to ask for forgiveness. But it's like, no, we need to forgive ourselves and keep it pushing, keep it moving. Hmm. I noticed mothers and women tend to have more spiritual experiences. Um, that's because feminine energies are more tapped into the spiritual realm. Um, Everybody has feminine energy. Men have feminine energy. It's just they're most cases they're more dominant in their masculine energy, and women are more dominant in their feminine energy. Um, Feminine energy is receptive, intuitive. It sees the gray area, it can read between the lines. Masculine energy is very black and white. It's either this or that. It's action oriented. It's logic. Two very different energies. There are men that are more tapped into their feminine energy, and there's women that are more tapped into their masculine energy. Yeah, I totally understand you there. The rest of the world think you're crazy, but only the real ones know. I used to do speed clean now, there's nothing wrong with weed. Yeah, I used to do all kinds of drugs. I mean, I never like stuck with one in particular. It was just kind of bouncing from drug to drug because I was like self-medicating while I was trying to figure out how to deal with my mental health and my emotional health. So it's like I was self-medicating and trying to escape from myself, but I also had every intention of trying to figure it out. It was just like in the meantime, I couldn't fucking deal. I think drugs and alcohol are a horrible way to deal, but the mental health system is so fucked. Like sometimes it's helpful, but a lot of the times it's just putting a band-aid on the problem. There's doctors prescribing benzos for fucking years for people. It's like, well, you shouldn't be prescribing benzos for someone for years. If they're having anxiety, get to the root of the problem and heal it so they can fucking not have anxiety anymore. Instead, they're like, oh, well, we'll just give you this pill. Make sure you take it, what, every 4 to 6 hours as needed. um, I don't believe in that shit. I don't think we should just be slapping a band-aid on things. I think we should be going in and really doing the healing work. Um, it's just most people don't know how to do that, and I've spent my fucking entire life trying to figure out how to do that, and I've learned a lot. I don't have all the answers, but I do have some that may be helpful to other people, and but I do have to say, like, I am not a mental health professional. Legal reasons, I'm not a health professional. So if anyone ever takes my advice, you have to use your discernment and make a decision for yourself. Don't do something because I said so. If it feels right for you and feels aligned with you, then you do it for you. Don't do it for somebody else. You gonna ban my comments? I don't know why. What are you saying? uh, Rochester, New Jersey just arrived. What's up, Kevin? How you doing? What are your thoughts on astral projection, remote viewing, lucid dreaming, synchronicity, extreme empathy, and hypersensitivity? Oh, wow, that's like a whole, that could be a really long conversation. Astral projection. What do you want to know about astral projection? Um, Remote viewing, I went to a class where we were practicing like remote viewing, and I didn't realize at the time that's what we were doing. And then afterwards, when I was sending Reiki to someone, and then I told them after, like, the things that like I saw and experienced, they were like, oh, like, so you do remote viewing. I'm like, is that what that's called? I didn't know. Um, and then lucid dreaming, I almost feel like that is astral projecting, maybe. I could be wrong, you know? Like when we're sleeping, I feel like we are in the astral doing something. Either we're doing work or we're just floating around being fucking attacked by all kinds of fucking beings. Um, if you ever wake up and you had a full night's sleep but you still feel tired, that's because you weren't fucking sleeping. Um, mm, synchronicities. I feel like we manifest synchronicities into our reality to validate something for ourselves. That and if you understand that, then you gotta also understand that we can create whatever reality we want for ourselves. So, well, not want. They say, how do they word it? The universe doesn't give us what we want; it gives us like what we feel. You know. Um, so if we want something but we doubt it, that doubt's mixed in with it. So we're actually killing our manifestation before it even happens. So if we're having doubt, then we need to go in and understand why are we doubting ourselves and do the work on that and release that and then go back to manifesting what it is that we want without the doubt. Um, and extreme empathy and hypersensitivity. I was explaining this yesterday. I've watched a lot of content and workshops from Teal Swan, and she does great fucking work. Um, I also like how, like, in her workshops, like, she'll act things out on stage and she'll have other people so you get a visual of how your conscious mind works. Um, but the way she explains empaths in early childhood when, you know, we're being programmed. Um, there's a parent or someone, just someone in general that's around us that creates a threat. And so we become programmed in our early life to constantly scan the environment for threat, for danger, for anything that's going to affect us in any way, good or bad. So even subconsciously, when we're not thinking about looking around for threat, energetically and subconsciously, we're constantly still looking. That's why we can feel drained from doing nothing, because energetically we're always doing something. We're constantly scanning. And then if we're in a crowded room, we can pinpoint the people that have problems, because our energy's scanning for them, and we feel that connection once we boop, 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 ding, there's one. And then we usually gravitate over towards that person. Um, and since we're constantly doing that, even when we're not consciously doing that, um, it can be draining. And then when we connect with someone, that will drain our energy even more, um, because there's also a boundary problem. Um, empaths need to learn how to protect their energy and put up boundaries around themselves. You know, it's okay to have boundaries. It doesn't mean you don't like people. It doesn't mean you don't care. Um, but boundaries, especially for an empath, once you start putting up boundaries, people get mad. They get mad because they want to be able to feed off your energy, whether it's conscious or subconscious. It doesn't fucking matter. People get used to fucking sucking our light out. Um, I feel like that's why empaths are such a huge light, because that light never goes out. That scanning, that awareness, it's never off. It's never off. It's always on. It's always on, just trying to radiate light into any direction to see for threat, you know, um, to see and feel for threat in order to protect ourselves so we can be prepared if we need to, you know. Um, they call alcohol the devil's juice. Yeah. I mean, I get really happy when I've been drinking, but there's times where if I drank, it would make me feel worse. So it's like, I'm able to gauge whether or not it would be a good idea for me to drink or not. Thanks for your support. We love you, Emily. 10:43, Lenny. Oh, so I'm like 16 minutes behind. Uh, they definitely need better volume. Oh, so you guys can hear me? Testing, testing, 1, 2. Uh, oh, thank you, Emily. We're all masterpieces, created to be with each other. It's just some of us are a little distorted and we need, you know, help. Hmm. Oh, I know, LOL. I like trolling weirdos. uh, um, he has to, he questions his existence and was wondering what the meaning is. Oh, yeah, who was that asked that? I mean, the point of existing is to evolve, grow, learn, experience. Emily Marie. Okay. All right. Thank you. Moses owes me money for parting the Red Sea and not paying tolls. Oh man. You're welcome. Thank you for being a moderator. I love my feminine energy and definitely embrace it. Yeah, I love my feminine energy, but I also love my masculine energy. But I feel like my masculine energy can be intimidating to people. Uh, I could have totally been a dude in this lifetime. Oh man, I would have been such a great dude. I would have had all the ladies. I'd be like, hey, baby. uh, Old head, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm more in touch with my emotions than most women. Yeah, a lot of women, it's like, yeah, they have all these emotions, but they're not even like in touch with them. They're not even in tune with them, just drowning in them. I've been on benzodiazepines and got myself off them and off Suboxone, both without medical detox. Universe protected me and gave me the strength. Yeah, and Suboxone's extremely hard to come off of. My older sister was on Suboxone, and when she wanted to come off, the doctors didn't want to help her come off. So she did it on her own, and she was really sick, really fucking sick. It was kind of like, like with opiates, if you just cold turkey, you're sick for a few days and you're not gonna die, but you're gonna wish you would. You're gonna be puking and shitting and pain. Um, I have a lot of friends and a lot of family that I've watched struggle with addiction. I'm lucky, I'm so fucking lucky that weed ended up my addiction. Um, but yeah, when my sister was coming off the Suboxone, it took her like a whole month of feeling like feeling like she was detoxing. Um, it's almost like I like it's like these drugs to get off of drugs are a problem within themselves because I only know a couple people that went into recovery and got on these meds and actually recovered and got out of the programs. Everyone else is still on drugs in the program or they're hmm, just on the program told they need to stay on the program. Um, I almost feel like wouldn't it be better if they had like I know they have detoxes, but maybe we should have more detox facilities where people can go in and they're in a safe space where they can feel like they're gonna fucking die, but know there's someone there to help them if they were there was something really wrong. Um, and then also like not just detox them, but like a fucking support system afterwards. Um, and like I know there's like NA, AA, all that stuff, but it takes a lot for someone to have to get up and go to those things and keep going. People usually give up before they see progress, before they see their life on the other side. So they give up and they go back to their addiction. Um, I don't know. This fucking world's just fucked. It's fucked, but it doesn't have to be. We can all pull together and help each other. But then again, there's the ones that don't really want help and they'll drown us trying to help them, you know. The universe gives us what we put into it. Manifestation is real. Yeah. Yeah, but a lot of people like they don't acknowledge the fact that they have doubts or they're putting negative thoughts into their manifestations. You have to know what it is that you want, set the intention, tell the universe, God, whatever it is you believe in, what it is that you want, and then surrender. Just let go. Don't try to control the manifestation coming into reality. Because that's when we're like, oh, but it's not going to work or it's not going to, and then we push it further away. I have a job interview at 2 p.m. today, and I'm truly hoping I get the position. I absolutely need it. Well, I'm sending you as much positive energy as I can. I hope you get the job too. And just remember, if you don't get the job, it's because there's something else out there that's more aligned with you than this job. Um, is everyone subscribed? If not, please join our tribe. Do what Katie says. Catherine. I should say Catherine. Because people are like, where's Katie? It's Catherine. Catherine's Katie. Katie's Catherine. She's one and the same. Jesus is the piece to the puzzle that our soul needs. Actually, no, he's not. We're the piece to the puzzle that our soul needs. And if by through connecting with Jesus, Jesus helps us find that piece of ourselves that we're missing, then yes. But Jesus himself is not the puzzle. Um, Somebody asked me earlier what happened when I talked to Jesus. I don't know if they're still here or not, but Jesus never asked to be worshipped. He doesn't want to be worshipped. When I connected with him, I went to kneel in front of him, and he lifted me up and had me sit next to him. We are equal. He is not greater than us. If we perceive him as greater than us, then yeah, I guess he is. But really, what we're doing isn't perceiving him as greater than us. We're perceiving ourselves as less than. No, you're not less than. We're equal. Um, Jesus came from the same source we did. He was just more aware of what the fuck this life really is. Um, Thanks so much for answering my question. Sorry for asking so much. Oh no, that's fine. But I really appreciate you, and it means a lot for you taking your time to speak to me. Yeah, no, I feel like I didn't answer you good enough. I feel like there could be more of a conversation with all that. There could be. There could be, and I feel like I failed you. I feel like I failed you. But I do need to learn more about those subjects because I don't fully know everything. I'll be down one rabbit hole, and then like I'll see a piece of information in that rabbit hole that leads to a completely different rabbit hole. So then I don't get to finish investigating that rabbit hole, and then next thing I know I'm over here in this rabbit hole, and then that rabbit hole leads to one over here, and then you know, that's my life. Oh, thank you, Eric. We appreciate you too unlocking paradoxes. Mm, I really gotta I say it all the time, I gotta get glasses. But I probably won't get glasses for like years. uh, I'm here because I just smoked 3 blunts. Well, thank you for being here, Steve. Hi, Axel. How are you? I'll be your lady. LOL. I used to be masculine. LOL. I'm kidding. If you were a man, how many women could you get? All of them. All of them. I would treat every single one of them like a fucking goddess, not a queen, because queens are treated like shit. Like a goddess. I would worship her. Um, all right, I'm gonna get off in a minute. I do want to pull some cards before I get off. Um, I don't know what I'm gonna pull cards on though. I guess we'll see. 8 milligram strips without withdrawal, cold turkey. I felt great to be honest. That is why I say I was protected. Yeah. Didn't taper off, just stopped. I told my doctor I wanted off. They wanted to up it. I said fuck it. Wow. Yeah, see my older sister, she's I feel like she's this lifetime she's balancing out a lot of heavy fucking karma. Um like her life in her I mean, since her 30s, she's been crippled in a nursing home, shitting on herself, can't feed herself, can't, sometimes she struggles to even talk. She can't sit herself up. Um, and like all the drugs she was doing, even though she was on Suboxone, she was still doing other drugs. She never stopped. Even after a car accident, getting hit by a drunk driver, she was like crippled, and um, she was still managing to maintain her addictions and doing whatever drugs she could get her hands on, and it's destroyed her. Um, I don't I don't think my sister's a bad person, but I don't feel like in this lifetime she really had much good intentions, which is probably why, you know, for her trying to come off of that, it was torture. Um, my sister was the kind of person that would get people on drugs. My sister's the kind of person that would rob her own friends, sleep with their boyfriends, but then act like people were betraying her. She was a fucking narcissist. Um, but that's amazing. That's amazing. I'm happy to hear that was your experience. You know, I feel like that says a lot about um like when you say like you were protected, like yeah, I fully fucking agree. Um, I've been in quite a few car accidents, and I don't want to jinx it or anything, but I've always like walked away from car accidents like with barely even a scratch on me. Like cars like totaled, and I'm just like, okay, I wasn't protected from being in the accident, but I was definitely like protected from even being injured. Um, I'm like dehydrated, but I'm drinking coffee, which is dehydrating me more. And I never drink coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker, but today I was like, well, I mean, is this really even coffee? It's cream, sugar, and like a splash of coffee, some French vanilla, DoorDash delivery. Because I was too lazy to get up and go get it myself. Well, I had credits from the last time they fucked up my order anyway, so it was like, whatever. Um, no, she's not Martha. I'm not what? I don't know where Martha's. Bleh, bleh. I can't even say Martha. You know why? Because where I'm from, like, a lot of the times we don't pronounce R's, so I want to say Martha. Oh, man. Especially when I'm saying, like, R-A-R-E and hour, O-U-R, next to each other. I'm like, R-R, R-hour, R-hour. And then I just sound like an idiot. I'm on Prozac. It's not helping. Yeah, a friend of mine, the first time they tried Prozac, it worked great for them. And then they were off of it. And then years later, they wanted to try it again and they ended up having psychosis. So that's another thing about psych meds. It's like, yes, I've taken antidepressants. Lexapro always worked great for me, but Lexapro always made my throat feel tight. So it was felt like I was being choked. But it was helping my depression. So it was like feel like I'm being choked every day in order to not feel depressed. um, but it's like you and those meds take like time to see if they're even going to do anything. So then you're just like left there for weeks. Like, is this working yet? And then like sometimes it's like finally it's like, yeah, it's working. Sometimes like, oh, it's not doing anything. And then other times it's like, it's making me fucking crazy. uh my heart goes out to you, Ivan. Fucking mental health struggles are a bitch. Um We have to rewire our brains. You know, if anyone's interested in how to do that, you should I mean, you kind of need the Gaia subscription to watch it, but Dr. Joe Dispenza has a show called Rewired, and it's really fucking interesting. Um, it's really interesting. When I finish watching it, I'll try to like explain some of the stuff I learned from it, but I feel like people should actually watch it, and it's like, whoa, okay. Then you completely understand like how your consciousness works, how your body works, how this reality works. It's like all intertwined in that series. Yeah, I'm going to be on ketamine for life. I've accepted it. I mean, if you accept it, then you know, for me, I wouldn't accept that. I don't, you know, like the only medication that I'm on now is Adderall, and I don't take it every day. I barely take it. I take it as little as possible because I want to get to a point where I don't fucking need to take anything. Um, we have the power within us. It's just a matter of doing the work to heal. And it's more than healing. It's more than healing. It's remembering and connecting with who we are on a soul level, on a spiritual level. We have more power than we fucking even understand. Um, I mean, we're programmed to think that we do need medications. We're programmed to think that we do need something outside of ourselves in order to even fucking exist, and it's sad to me. You know, with the healthcare system and you know religions and you know everything that's like limited, limited. Mm. We don't need to be so limited. I know we don't. Like I feel it. Um, like you know, there's people that would try to convince me that like I would need to be on meds for the rest of my life because of my mental health. Um, I don't. I know I don't. Do I still struggle with my mental health? Yeah. Yeah. But I've put in a lot of work. A lot of work. And I believe everyone has the power to do it. It's just a question of whether or not we have the faith and belief in ourselves to do it. We put all our faith in our belief in the healthcare system, all our faith in our belief in God, all our faith in our belief in just everything around us. But what about our faith and our belief in ourselves? That's where our true power is, within ourselves. Um, but we have to get past all the shit that's been piled up on top. You know, we got to weed out all the programming, all the bullshit, all the trauma, all the pain, all the resentment, frustration, anger. Um, there's no support system. Life is not worth living. Um, I know, right? World sucks. Life is worth living. It's worth living. Um, but I get why you're saying that because I feel that way sometimes too. Hmm. That going back to having the faith in ourselves and the belief in ourselves, being our own support system. Um, you know, so people that we try to connect with and support, get support from, or just feel connected with in general, and then we don't get what we need from them. It's because they don't fucking know how to. They don't know how to either. Um, yeah, Ivan, if there's anything you want to talk about or anything you want to share, like we're all, I was gonna say we're all ears, but I mean, we're all eyes because we'd have to read it. but we're here. Don't start getting positive on me. uh, it's not the facilities, it's the people who run them. Yeah, I'm actually a volunteer at the local community outreach center for recovery doing my CRPA P training next month to become a peer advocate. Yeah, it's the the people that make it, the people that it just sucks. There's a lot of people that are brainwashed in these systems, and then they pass on the brainwashing to people. You know, like you need to be on this drug for the rest of your life. You know, oh, you don't need to lower your dose, you need to up it. Really? Um, my stepmother, she's no longer with us, but she struggled with addiction for as long as I can remember. Um, and nobody ever was getting to the root of her issue. She was abused as a child. Nobody ever tried to help her heal that. They were just like, here, take methadone, and we'll just counsel you on how you're doing with the methadone. What? Why don't the methadone clinics like have like if you want to be on this methadone, you need to come for full on therapy sessions to heal your trauma. So when you come off the methadone, you don't want to go back on drugs. Instead it's like, oh well, we'll have this like little short mini counseling with you, and then you take your methadone, go on your way, and if you want further help, go somewhere else to get it. Well, with mental health, that's asking a lot. That's asking a lot. um even just keeping a fucking therapy appointment for somebody with mental health issues. You know how many times like I would have an appointment and it's just like I don't even feel like getting up and going. I don't have it in me to even put clothes on and go. But it's expected of me to do it if I want to get better. Well, what the fuck? So it's like if I'm someone that's already in a fucking drug program and I'm already having to go somewhere to stay off the drugs, why can't I get more help there? Instead of sending me all over the state. And then, oh, you guys are going to love this one. Child services had taken my niece's baby away for weed, right? And they told her she had to go into drug counseling in order to get her kid back. And every place she called for drug counseling, they fucking laughed at her when she said she needed drug counseling for weed. First of all, they laughed at her. Secondly, at the time she was 17, all these places said, well, we can't help you because you're not 18. So what they're saying is, luckily you're having a weed problem, because if you had a heroin problem, you gotta wait till you're 18 for us to help you. What the fuck? What the fuck? No, fuck these systems. They're all bullshit. They're not helping anybody. We need people like Emily. We need people like Enemy to infiltrate the fucking system, you know, and actually make a difference. Actually make a difference. I can't stop thinking about the pain my dad will go through if I kill myself. Times where I struggle with suicidal thoughts. That's the one thing that stops me. My suicidal thoughts started when I was 12 and the first boyfriend I ever had died. And I just wanted to die too. I just didn't want to fucking be here anymore. But all I could think when I would be like, oh, I just want to fucking end it, is, oh man, what I'm feeling, they're gonna be feeling. My family, my friends. I can't do that to them. So I stayed and suffered. I stayed and suffered, and it was extremely lonely because nobody understood what I was going through. Um, but what's hurting? What's hurting, Ivan? It's like when you want to end it, what are the thoughts that are making you want to end it? Don't end it. Don't ever end it. Um, I can tell you right now, uh, from my experience, I mean, you can choose to not believe me, but from my experience with what I've seen, um, on my spiritual journey, is that it doesn't end it. It doesn't end it. Um, there's there is life after death. Um, I heard a medium once say that the majority of people that kill themselves immediately regret it on the other side immediately, and you can't undo it. And also, then you reincarnate. Um, so it doesn't actually end it. So we got to figure out how to relieve whatever is weighing on you and putting pressure on you to make you feel like there's no way out, like you need to escape. There's no fucking way out, but there is. There is. We just have to figure out for you in particular what starts to lift some of that weight off. Yeah, they wouldn't have a job if people weren't addicted. Exactly. They're not in the business of getting everyone clean. No, they're in the business of keeping people on drugs. They put it on the streets and then they have these clinics. It's a vicious fucking circle. Catherine, thanks, but I'm done with life at this point. Um, the Third World War will start in April 2025 and will last for 3 months. Only those who are destined for heaven will be saved. Have 5 months of food and water ready before April. You know what's weird is I started stocking up on toilet paper recently too. I was just like, I feel like I need to start getting extra toilet paper. And then I was like, oh man, why do I feel that way? And then I was like, between like civil wars, world wars, something's going down in 2025. Something is going down. So we all need to rise up. We all need to be able to be here for each other. We need to be supportive of each other. Um, we're going to get through it, and we're going to get through it together. No one here is alone. I want you guys to know and understand that, especially you, Ivan. You're not alone. You don't have to believe me. I know there's times where I'm like, fuck off. Fuck off. Um, and then if that's how you're feeling, I get it. You can tell me to fuck off. It's okay. I'm still here for you. Unlocking Paradoxes says, good luck with your journey, your dreams, and all of your endeavors, everyone. Never give up. Never give up. Never. Ivan, we don't want to make a permanent decision based on temporary emotion. Yeah, but see, here's the thing. If I were Ivan, I would be like, this emotion for me isn't temporary. It's a constant. It's always there. It doesn't go away. Um, mm, it doesn't go away when we don't know how to release it, when we don't know how to heal it. And unfortunately, if we turn to the healthcare system doesn't understand the spiritual aspect of things. Can you and I work towards private communication? I just don't want to put it in the chat. I'll be patient and earn it, ma'am. Yeah, we can talk privately. You don't have to earn talking to me privately. The only time I don't like when people hit me up privately is when guys are like trying to hit on me outside of the live. It's like, do you need guidance, advice, a service? And they're just like, hey. I'm like, okay, bye. Uh, I don't know. I just feel like if I die, I will find peace. You won't. Um, I'm sorry, I hate to put it like that. Uh, you know, where you're more than this human physical being. You know, you can kill your physical body, but you cannot kill your energy. Energy can't be destroyed or created. It just always is. It always exists. But it can transform. So, yeah, you'll leave your physical body, but your consciousness will still exist. You'll still have an awareness. You'll still have a knowing of Ivan and his life, and that you chose to leave. And you're not going to feel okay with it, um, because on the other side, you have more of an awareness of why you were here in the first place. Um, and then when you like fully see everything, you're like, shit. I was supposed to stay. I had work to do. Um, and that's when the soul's like, I want to go back. I want to reincarnate. Um, you know, I've heard people that commit suicide reincarnate faster, some of them immediately. Um, I mean, I don't know how real that is. I could be completely wrong. But what is it, Ivan, that you want peace from? Nothing in this world can make me happy anymore. Is Jesus God or is he the Son of God? He's the Son of God, but we're all children of God, so we're all sons and daughters of God. So Jesus is our brother. You know, if we're talking from like a spiritual energetic standpoint, we walk with him. You know what's funny? All the talk about Jesus on my channel, I started being like, I'm gonna start playing that Kanye song at the beginning of my lives. Jesus walks, Jesus walks with me, because he does. He does. Jesus calls us all brothers and sisters, and I'm his twisted transistor. Oh. Ivan, I don't know you, but I know that you are just feeling sad, and death isn't an answer to an emotion. Ivan, we've all been in an emotionally overwhelmed place, but feelings aren't facts, especially when we are emotionally dysregulated. Um, yeah, but see, our programming will convince us that these feelings are facts. And these feelings are facts until we heal, um, and change our perception and change our reality. That's why you know, it is important how you're feeling, Ivan, but it's more important of why you're feeling what you're feeling. You know, like what's triggering this feeling for you. And then it's not just that particular thing that has triggered this feeling. It's any time in your life where you were made to feel that way or where you've experienced something like that, that it's all coming up at once. You know, for me, like when my boyfriend died when I was younger, um, I didn't realize it at the time, but that was actually triggering like my abandonment wound from childhood. You know, somebody's there one minute and then they're gone the next. It doesn't matter what the reason is, you know, like for me as a child, it was my father was there and then he was gone. But he was still alive. My boyfriend, he was there and then he was gone, but it wasn't his choice. But it still had the same result. I wanted someone there and they were gone and I couldn't be, I wasn't allowed to connect. Um, so, it like reopened that father wound. And it's like, how did my boyfriend, who like I loved, he loved me, we were friends, and it was like sweet, cute, like puppy love, like 3 summers in a row, and then he's just gone. How does that relate to like my daddy issues? But it did. It reopened it, and I didn't, you know, I mean, losing somebody is a heavy issue and a lot of grief to deal with. But when there's other wounds that open up with that wound, it's a lot. It's a lot. So it's not just one wound that needs healing, it's many, 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 many. Have you ever thought why every word we use to connect with others ends with ship? Oh, no, I've never wondered that. Why? I need to know now. um, I need to know now, Lively. Do you tell me? Ivan says, Catherine, thanks for giving a fuck about me. I don't have any friends. My mom is toxic. My life is shit, and I just don't want to live anymore. Yeah, I mean, and I have kids now. I have kids now, so I'm like, shit, definitely can't opt out now. But even though I have kids, like I have thought about like, oh, I just want to end it. But then when I play it out in my head of like, okay, what does ending it do? What does it do to everyone and everything that I left behind? Oh, that sucks. I don't even want to think about that. All right, well, what's on the other side for me? Like if I end it and then like I start playing out like, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that because I know once I get on the other side, I'm gonna be like, shit, I want to go back. Shit, I want to go back, even though it fucking hurts. Um, But again, Ivan, I want to know what's hurting you. I want to know. If you don't feel comfortable sharing, it's okay. Or even if you want to private message me, my email is on my page in the description. Or if you on Facebook and Instagram, um, on the Misfit Spirit, the awakening part isn't on there. It's just the Misfit Spirit on my social medias. Or if you just want to come into the chat and talk with us when I'm live, that's fine too. Oh, you're sending me an email? Okay. Okie dokie, Katie. You find better answers in a shithole than a rabbit hole. What? I just can't gather enough courage to jump. Don't. You're a coward? A coward, why? Why are you a coward? I'm sorry you are feeling that way, Ivan. I hope that whatever you are going through at the moment subsides and that you can find peace and happiness very soon. Please promise us you will at least try. I don't know anymore, but I'm trying my best. Thanks to everyone. Well, we're here for you, Ivan. We're here for you. 11:14. Oh wow, I'm like a half hour behind. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna skip a lot of comments, but if I see Ivan's name, I'm not gonna skip it because I feel like Ivan needs um, us to not miss any of his comments today. 11:26. I was drinking, smoking weed, cigarettes at 13 regularly. Um, I'm live streaming right now. They probably opened the door and heard me talking. I was like, is she talking to herself or is she live streaming? Because you never know. You never know. It was so funny yesterday. My daughter's father was like, "What are you doing?" And at the time, I was reading. I was reading chemistry about ionic bonds, covalent bonds, atoms, electrons, protons, and how that all works. And he just shook his head. He was like, "I never know what to expect with you. It's like totally random. You're just sitting here like reading about chemistry, weirdo. I'm not in school." But there's a connection between like our existence and stuff that I want to be able to explain, about like atoms and the negative and the positive. In order for an atom to be an atom, it needs the positive charge and the negative charge. You know. If you remove all the negative out of it or take all the positive out of it, then it's not an atom anymore. So, you know, we need the negative in life along with the positive. But we need a balance of them in order for it to be a neutron, you know, neutral. My like weirdo, like scientist brain mixing in with my spiritual brain. uh, Shake and bake Ricky Bobby. I just saw the name Ricky Bobby, and then I just heard Shake and bake Ricky Bobby, and then I heard Sweet Baby Jesus. I've always got my God watching over me. People say Jesus died for our sins. Jesus told me he didn't die. I mean, technically he didn't. He ascended. Technically we never really die. We never really die. Our physical body dies, but our consciousness, our awareness doesn't die. It goes on. Do not kill yourself because you're winning. That's why you have those feelings and thoughts. I want done whatever Jesus would have done. Yeah, well, Jesus was for forgiving and loving no matter what. Even when he was being crucified, he still forgave them. He still loved them. Is Ivan still here? I don't see any more messages from Ivan. Sorry for everyone that I'm scrolling past. I gotta get off in a few minutes. A few minutes. I too once thought to commit suicide because I was failing my kids at the time, a parent's worst fear. I now have another beautiful daughter and they look up to me and I couldn't leave them behind. Yeah. Yeah, no, like when I've had thoughts like that, I'm like, shit, I can't leave them behind, but I don't want to have to kill them too, so I just have to fucking stay here. The fuck. The fuck. Um, but I also do like believe like I would be coming back. Um, I fully believe in reincarnation. So whatever it is that's troubling me in this lifetime, I wanna deal with it. I wanna heal it. I wanna evolve and grow. Um, because even if I'm at peace with things in this lifetime, I know I'm gonna reincarnate again to learn more, to grow more, to evolve more. And we do that through experience. We do the most growth through pain. So someone like Ivan, he's he's saying he's a coward and he's feeling really weak right now, but he holds so much more power than most people. um Heavy is the head that wears the crown. I truly fucking believe that the most powerful people are the ones that struggle the most. um I just saw a phoenix rising. You're burned to ash and then you fucking rise from the flames and fucking fly, you know. mm. Yeah, I don't know if Ivan's still here or not. I don't see anything else. Mm-hmm. All right, well, I'm all caught up with I will send you an email after you're done with the live, hun. I appreciate you and your content. Thank you, Emily. Um, all right, before I get off, do I want to pull tarot or oracle? I don't know what I want to do. I guess I'll pull from the energy oracle. I'm gonna try to not shuffle it right near the camera because then it gets like loud and obnoxious for you guys. I mean, like this type of shuffling I can do near the cam. Oh, woman holding a heart and strategy. Angel of balance. Hmm. What is this woman holding a heart? Oh, caring connections. Bringing the people together. Bringing them together. Magician and the mirror. Yeah, fucking magic. Magic. What's the strategy card? Action. Sixth chakra. Archangel Metatron. The third eye. Hmm. I mean, part of me feels like this is us guys, you know. We're women holding a heart, caring connections. Look how we support each other in here, you know. Uh, strategy, action. And the strategy and the action that we take is through our intuition, through our third eye, through knowledge that's hidden to the physical eye. It's like there's a sense of knowing how to handle things. Like Emily, you're gonna be you're helping people. You know, you've been through it. You understand. You see. You see. Hmm. Like I feel like this is about giving love and healing people and bringing people together. And I don't feel like this represents, like, it does represent two separate people, but I feel like it's also bringing together and balancing people's masculine and feminine energies, because that's what brings people balance and peace. Hmm. Rest and rejuvenation. Rest and rejuvenation. I was just saying, bringing people peace, and I feel like that's what the rest and rejuvenation card is symbolizing. That calmness, that peace, it's like the thoughts are calm in the head. They're not going crazy. We can bring people that peace. Um, at times when we're struggling, it sucks when there's no one around. But at times when we're at peace, if we're able to share that with other people, why not? Why not? And then maybe someday when we need it, there will be someone there for us. I definitely need to talk. This has me about to break down in tears. Oh, well, don't cry. Well, you know what? If you gotta cry, let it out. Let it out. Um, all right. I feel like I want to pull just one more. Just one more. Ooh, hostilities. But what do we have at the bottom? We have healer of ages. You know, um, this can take out what resonates. If it resonates with you, it great. If not, but for Emily, like, hostilities, right? Healer of ages. People like you can help people heal this. It's like we have to go through it and experience the shit and heal from it, because then we can help people that struggle. to heal from it. Not everyone is as protected as people like you and I. Um, Not everyone. I feel like for me sometimes it's like I don't believe myself. I don't have faith in myself, but underneath that insecurity, like I've always had faith in myself. I've always believed in myself. It's just programming is what makes me feel like I shouldn't believe in myself. But I feel like that there's always been some kind of connection with that aspect of myself that knows I can fucking defeat any fucking obstacle or any fucking hardship that comes my way. Um, and Emily, I feel like you're another person that has that power within them. I feel like we all have that power within us, but some of us are still connected to that power even through our hardships and hostilities and our trauma. Um, and then when we make it through and we start to rise up, and then we can help other people rise with us. We have to lead the way, lead by example. We can sit here and talk till we're blue in the face and tell people they shouldn't do drugs, they shouldn't do this, they shouldn't do that, you shouldn't believe in this, you shouldn't believe in that. But we need to lead by example. And if we lead by example and people see what our example is doing for us, then they're inspired and want to follow. Um, Healer of ages. Notice this is Jesus, guys. The power is within, not without. It's insane to me that we search all around us for the power. Completely blind to the fact that it's been here the whole fucking time. Oh, Lively says, I'll never stop doing drugs. I love them. Oh, man. I mean, that's your path. That's your path. And people are probably like, what? Why would she say that? Shouldn't she tell her to not be on drugs? If there's ever comes a day where Lively is like, I don't want to do this anymore. They're saying drugs make me happy. Why should I quit? But is it real happiness, or is it an illusion of happiness? Um, When you said you were also doing ketamine, I heard that they're starting to use ketamine for mental health issues. So it's like, are you using it, abusing it as a drug, or are you, like with mushrooms, they want to start using mushrooms to help people with their mental health. Um, some people are utilizing mushrooms just to be tripping and getting fucked up. Some people are actually using them to help themselves heal. Um, so I'm not sure what angle you're coming from, Lively. Uh, but everyone's on their own journey. Like if Lively's coming at it from a negative aspect because they have trauma that they don't want to deal with, well, whenever they're ready to deal with that trauma, their time will come. I have diagnosed schizophrenia, but yeah, I use it for mental health. Oh, all right. All right. You diagnosed schizophrenia. You know what I think about schizophrenics? I think you guys are tuned in to the spiritual realm, and it can't turn it off. Like people me, I need to go into meditation in order to like connect, and but I feel like for schizophrenic people, their energy's always open, the receiver's always on, like a one of those radios, like turn the receiver on, you tune the channel to hear clearly. I feel like for schizophrenic people, it's always turned on to an open fucking channel. um Hi, Shane. How are you? Happy Friday and wishing you a blessed weekend. Thank you, Shane. It's always nice to see you as well. Um, all right, but I'm going to get off, guys. I appreciate everyone that tuned in and watched, everyone that has been here and not just supportive of me, but supportive of each other. I fucking love that. I love that. It makes it all worth it for me. Not just to be here for you guys or you guys here for me, but for you guys to be there for each other as well. It all matters. We all matter. Um, All right, I'm gonna go. Again, thank you so much, everyone. I love you all, and I hope you have a great day.